This is Speedy, my African spurred-thighed tortoise, and we have a problem. You see, he stays the whole summer in my backyard grazing on grass and just enjoying himself. But the problem is he doesn't have a lot to actually wear that beak down. And you can see that beak has become really overgrown. That can definitely be an issue that needs to be taken care of. Luckily, I have my friends Chris and Casey from Garden State Tortoise here to help me out with this problem. I'm gonna put a link in the description to all their cool stuff. I mean, what do we gotta do here? I mean, this is definitely a problem.
It's common, you know, they eat grass, obviously, but in the wild, they'll actually eat certain things, even like rocks in small amounts that helps wear down the beak. So one of the things you could do right away, besides having to use a Dremel to start getting that thing back in check, cuddle bone. Cuddle bone.
And they'll just chew on that.
They'll chew on it all day long. It's easy to get. You can order it in bulk off Amazon. So if you're having that issue with your tortoises, pretty easy to fix.
If you just leave it in there, they'll eat it as they want it.
But we do put cuddle bones in with all our red sliders, so that makes sense. So this is a good thing. But for now, I think we're gonna need a Dremel, right?
Yeah, we gotta do it. Hold on a minute. It's not a Burmese python.
Feeling really confident here.
And restraining is going to be the most important part. But the other thing we got to make sure is that we shape the beak.
I just went kind of more flat. You actually want to do it more rounded?
I would round it a little bit, yeah, because you want him to be able to pierce.
So we have to somehow get his head, right? This is the part that I hate.
Are you going to Dremel?
No, you're going to Dremel. You're the professional.
You don't hold the legs and you hold the head?
I'll hold the legs.
I'm not a lefty, by the way. We got a problem here.
Houston, we have a problem. You need to hold his head, or are you okay?
Let's see how he reacts. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna try to bring the bulk of this down, obviously, but we don't want to lose that hook completely. He's got to have something that he can, you know, grab and pierce things with, especially if we're gonna be giving him cuddle bone too. You want him to be able to get a grip on it. I'm bringing the beak back, testing in here, shaping it.
And then what is this beak made of?
It's keratin.
It smells like keratin. Yeah, it does. So this isn't hurting him. I mean, it's just...
No, it's not hurting him. It's really if you were like file your nails if they were
attached to your mouth.
It's not like we're filing his teeth. A lot of people don't realize that this can happen. When you think of tortoises, they're grazers, you think that they're really just eating soft foods all the time. Because, you know, grass is not hard to bite through if you're a tortoise. There are things that they do in nature that wear the beak down. And they will actually gnaw on animal bones. If you're in Africa, maybe he's coming across a discarded zebra carcass and he's gonna gnaw on some of those bones. That wears his beak down and he gets calcium.
That's amazing.
Really, I would like to see this not happen more than like once a year, you know? But with the cuddle bone, you're gonna really notice it brings things down. As far as like giving the animal bones, you get your hands on something like sheep bones or something, that would be more natural, but don't go throwing chicken bones.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're way too brittle. He's gonna eat those and we're gonna have all kinds of internal problems. The whole point behind the cuddle bone and anything that's gonna wear the beak down is that it's twofold. He's gonna get calcium and he's going to have better shaped beak. Because remember, turtles, they don't have feet. And why am I calling this a turtle? Because all turtles and tortoises are actually turtles.
Because they have a shell.
And it's not an exoskeleton. You're looking better, buddy. We got a nice shape there. See that? Stop there.
Okay, cuddle bone.
He's got no problem opening his mouth.
Look at that. Look how good. You look so handsome, Speedy. This is awesome. I'm so glad that these guys came to help. I've been noticing this overgrowth for the last month or so, but I was a little bit terrified to do it myself. I knew they were coming, and I thought, what a better way to do it? Get a professional like these guys, actually make them look good, and wow, that's, man, you did a good job, dude. And they're not here just to help me with Speedy. We're actually gonna talk about a bunch of different things. Of course, my girl Matilda here, the Aldabra tortoise, is gonna need a giant enclosure at the other place. She's getting so big. She's only 165 pounds now. Do you think she can get up to what, 450, 500?
You hit the nail on the head there. I mean, the record for a Galapagos tortoise is actually just over 800 pounds.
800
yeah,
pounds.
And something that everybody should keep in mind here is depending on who you source, some people consider the Aldabra to be bigger than the Galapagos because they're a girthier.
She's gonna have a 25 foot by 10 or 12 foot long enclosure. What are the things that I'm gonna need to put in there?
I think number one is water. A lot of people don't realize how crucial water is to a tortoise's life. Even in the case of something like an Aldabra, what they love to do is soak. They love to wallow. So ours will literally make a mini pond in his enclosure because when they get hot like that, they find a nice pocket in the shade and then they just kind of start shimmying and wallowing and then that'll fill up with water.
Right.
You know, either if you do it with a hose or with the rain, and they will sit there and actually get deep to the point where there's only a little bit of the carapace that's exposed.
Wow, that's
you know?
It's a water feature. Check. These guys need some area to climb too, more than just flat area, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing people don't realize is they think they're these big, deliberate, lumbering animals, but they're actually capable of climbing. Even some of the zoos that Casey has worked at, the Aldabras were getting out of their pens.
Wow.
And it's not necessarily because they're not happy in there, but they need to exercise.
Areas for it to kind of climb up on, a big water feature. Obviously, we need some heat and UV. Anything else that I should be aware of?
Find an area to hang her food.
Ah, yeah.
Keep that in mind. If you keep any tortoise, especially the large species.
Exactly, and we do that. We have a chain right here. We hang lettuce up, and she actually goes and eats it. It's absolutely hysterical. Definitely gonna have you back because I want you to critique it and make sure that we do a good job on it. I do have another turtle that you saw last year when you were here that's gotten a little bit bigger. But in the meantime, where did that giant tortoise go? Oh, here she comes. The whole tortoise and the hare thing, I'm telling you what, tortoises are deliberate. They move, and you think that they're not fast, but they make some ground, and that's a big animal. Just in a matter of a few minutes, she made herself all the way around, Chris. I mean, you still got to get chills every time you see
it
that,
never,
right?
ever gets old. That right there, that's a brontosaurus and a patasaurus, whatever you want to call it. And when they're in the water, like we said, and all you see is the shell sticking out and the neck craned up like that, it's the scene Alan Grant sees the Brachiosaurus for the first time in Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh. But boy, she's a bulldozer. And this isn't just about Chris and Casey, it's a family thing. They of course brought their daughters with them that are absolutely adorable. They love reptiles. I've never seen little kids more excited about reptiles than their kids. They're being raised right, there's no doubt about it. And look at them just loving it. Even though they have tortoises like this at their own house, they're still just as excited to see them at our place. I mean, I love it. And later on, we may actually have them do something pretty special. And this is what it's all about. Giant Aldabra tortoise make kids' dreams come true. And of course, a year ago, you guys were here, and Tyson was a little guy. He's still a little guy, getting a little bit bigger now. He was like the size of a dime before.
It's perfect. And you know, one of the things that I like seeing right off the bat with him is that he's not huge yet.
Right.
A lot of people blow him up too fast, you know, and this is natural growth, really the size you'd want to see a hatchling box turtle at when it's about a year old. You can see perfect growth lines, and an even bigger deal, aside from it having that central keel, which they're supposed to have, that's perfect growth. Beak's in check.
He's so cute, isn't he?
He's awesome. Look at him, man. He's so perfect. I wonder what he would think of Otis.
Oh my God, he would love Otis. If you guys don't know, Otis is one of the coolest box turtles, maybe the coolest box turtle on the internet. Link in the description. Go check these guys out. You're gonna love it. But these guys aren't all just about tortoises and turtles, right?
Nope, not
You
at all.
love your monitor lizards, don't you?
Love them.
All right, well here, I got you something. This is Toothless, the black dragon. He is so lazy.
There he goes.
You might want to give him that chicken.
when do you want me to give it to him?
I'll go ahead and give it to him.
There you go. Come on. There he is.
Just feel
Incredible.
those claws just hanging on to you. He's so gentle.
So gentle.
I think it's great about Toothless is like literally you can feed them and then right after you can just like pet them like
Yeah.
nothing. So are you thinking about getting some different ones too?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna stop.
What's your dream monitor?
Probably gonna sound a little cliche, but I'd have to go with Bell's Lace.
Let's go see Beetlejuice. Wow.
Holy.
I'm gonna put him on your
Okay,
thing.
hey buddy, how are you? Oh my God, he's incredible.
So what is it about the lace monitors that make these guys your favorite?
And I can't have one. I love monitors. I love their intelligence. So I think with them, it's really just the appearance. I love black and white. Even when I was a musician, I played a lot of white or black guitars. I don't know. I think it's really the appearance of them. It's the structure of the head, everything.
Beetlejuice, you wanna go climb back home?
Oh gosh,
Back up here, bud. Back in.
there he goes.
Good job.
Yeah, that's just, I got nothing.
I still can't believe I have them, man.
Yeah, I like it. Can I try it?
Ellie? Yeah.
Now it's like,
Well, I was gonna suggest
yes, of
too.
course.
Can I hold that snake?
Oh,
Yes,
Ellie,
you can.
He's so cute.
These guys don't do tortoises and turtles and monitors. You also do work with snakes, and you do like even conservation work out in the field with snakes.
We do radio telemetry. So the snakes are fitted internally with a transmitter and study their movements, learn way more about their ecology, and we're mainly doing northern pine snakes, horn snakes.
Okay, wow. Protected in New Jersey, right?
We actually had to get special written authorization from the state and a permit to keep just a regular colored corn snake.
What are you gonna have one day? You gotta have.
I am going to have a Bolin's python.
We have a Bolin's python. Let's go see it. Bolin's python.
Bolin's, the holy grail.
Look at the head plates on this animal, and
I was just gonna say black velvet.
I know the iridescence.
Can I hold it?
You can totally hold it. You want it around your neck? How about you
That's
guys want
so
both around
incredible,
both your
man.
neck?
I'll try it.
You know what kind of snake that is?
No.
That's a Bolin's python. They also call them the black python.
I want to put it round and round in my hand.
It is
Make
so
it round and
adorable.
round.
Have you ever fed a croc monitor?
I have never fed a croc monitor.
Dreams do come true. Gary, if that was ever
Yeah.
coming at you,
Wow.
tell you what, that's like the pinnacle right there. Did you see those teeth in there?
Oh my God, yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
Study the skull structure of these animals. You just take a look at it, like those teeth.
So smart.
Right. Good job, dude. Good job, me.
Yeah.
Mr. Brian,
Yes.
can we see alligators now?
Let me give it some thought. Yes.
Yay.
Let's do it. Promise you don't have to be afraid at all, okay?
I'm brave.
If I know you're brave. Come on, let's go. Up, 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 up. Put it right in his mouth if you want. Oh. You guys are- It's good now. Oh, look how gentle. Come on, guys, let's go. Come.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good
Oh my gosh, Ellie's addicted.
Thanks, Mr. Barczyk.
Bowser's getting heavy. You have a really beautiful snapping turtle.
Yeah. He's the Apalachicola subspecies, so depending on who you cite, there are either 2 types of alligator snapping turtles or 3 types. So ours happens to be the one that comes from the Apalachicola region, it's like golden, but it's not a morph.
Gotcha. Now, would you be able to tell what this region is just by look? Or
I would say that he's Teminki, the alligator snapping turtle.
Gotcha.
You know, the structure, the look, the markings, everything.
he's a beast, there's no doubt about that. We did a little experiment a while back. We put a gel hand in its mouth and it bit the fingers off. Would this bite a finger off?
Absolutely. I know somebody who lost a finger.
You know someone that lost a
lost
finger.
a finger. Yep.
So it's not just a rumor, it's not just a myth. These guys can take your finger off. Oh, there you go, buddy. Gets much bigger. I'm not gonna be able to ever pull him out. The coolest reptile family that I know that came here to help us with the tortoise. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping us out. Gotta go check these guys out. They're absolutely wonderful. Until next time, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember,